Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining this HeartiZen series. I'm Aishwarya Darba. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. I live in Pune, India, and today we are in day 12 of this series. So let us start tangling. Just a brief housekeeping things I just want to share that you can join my Tangle and Inspire club and you can post your artwork following this series in the group, and then you can follow my YouTube. So I have my weekly Zentangles classes, and I teach a lot of tangle patterns in different ways, so you can follow that as well. And you can connect me on Instagram for more personal things where I share my back work and whatever we do behind the scenes. So that would be good. And also please sign up my monthly newsletters on my website tangleandinspire.com. So it's still not started, it's on the way. Probably we'll start with the new newsletters as well, just I think monthly once or twice, so not more than that. So you can subscribe to that as well. And let's start with today's session then. I'm hoping you have a lot of fun. And hi Meryl, good morning from India and good evening to you. Yes, thank you Meryl. After a long time I see you here. Hello Mary. Yeah, hi, how are you? How has been your evening? So I'll start with a border tangle here, just a simple border. Right. So then just anywhere about, I want to create kind of an orb here. Okay. Yes. So now I start with my pen. And then I'll put an orb in the center. Okay. Thereafter, I'll put small orbs around the center. It need not be an equidistance or anything. Just keep creating it. But we'll see to that we draw about an even orbs. So this is 7th and this is the 8th one. So now we'll take a line, pull a line from the center towards that orb, and then I'm going to leave the space. I'm going to alter the orbs and take the same stroke. So here I leave this orb, and once again I join it this orb, and then I leave this one, and here I touch. Right. So now what I do is I create a stroke that is opposite to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna start right from this tangle and then touch it to the top. Here I again just start from here and touch the top. And once again I go about in the same direction. Yes. Thereafter I write 3, okay, the numerical 3, an inverted one over here. So I have changed a little bit of this Tangle step out of Zenwheel to just integrate our hearts series. So the actual Tangle step out is different, but we are doing the Tangleations of the Tangle Zenwheel. Hello Ekta, good morning. Thank you for joining. So now I take a stroke from this orb and I pull it out gently, and the same here, I go about this side. And I'm going to do the same thing over this too. And once again with this one. Right? So now I create heart from this on this larger space, but somewhere coming to the center-ish, okay? So this is one heart. Here again, I do the same thing. Just go over the line and create that heart shape. Right? Thereafter, I start from this center-ish heart and touch the beginning one, the first one. So you can see that we're creating kissing hearts. Just one touching the other. Right? So now I'm going to create an orb not exactly the roundish one, just something that is touching in between. It is just joining these hearts together. So you can create some roundish shape and ink the sides. Just one step at a time. Right? And then I'm going to draw an aura that just starts outside these hearts. You can try an aura as close as possible. So here again, just do about the same. Once again, I go with the aura. Right? Then I'm going to create a little bump over here, just here and there, and then I'm going to aura this one. Just to create that little interest in the corners, like a crescent moon. If you are familiar with the tangle. Let me just pull the camera a bit closer so you can see the details. Right. Just a little bit of adding small things here and there, bit of black, strokes of white, lines, just being a bit fun. So now I'm going to draw an S kind of curve right about the orb center. Okay, and then I'm going to darken the below one, right? Can we do that for all the hearts? Just one by one we do. So how I darken is these strokes are, just take a close line below the first one, and then in between I just put my ink. So this kind of dark, creating dark lines is very clean stroke. So now our hearts are looking more like a beauty pageant, right? Standing out there, showing their progress, joy. Just all about celebrating the womanhood. Right? So now I'm just going to create an aura over here inside one, and then simply bring it to the center. Just these small little designs. Just one step at a time. Right? Now I'm going to create a complete aura to this tangle. So you see I leave a lot of space, the aura. So if you have more space, you can create another section of aura as well. I think I would like to do one more set of aura. Just relax, immerse yourself in tangling. Right? So now we're going to start with another tangle. This is something I just learned from Jody yesterday at the Tangle Party, and it's a beautiful art. Beautiful tangle. I really loved it, and I'm hoping that I scored well, tangling the WhatTheWell. Okay, so that's a tangle name, and it's beautiful. We are not going to change much of the steps. We're just going to include hearts into that tangle. So it starts like a well tangle. It looks much like that, and then there is a little bit of tangleation and the strokes change. So Jody has done all that for us. So we're just going to continue with the step out. Okay, so we'll start with a pencil grid here. So pencil grid will be much like the guideline to this tangle. Okay, I'm going to create much like a large, nice, spacious grid and quite straightish as well. Maybe later on you can practice and you can create curved ones. Right? Just space out your triangle very well. And then I'm going to create a vertical grid. So come to your favorite and relaxed position. When you create a grid, draw very, very gently. Allow that grid line to simply merge with the tangle. Right? So now we're going to take our pen, micron 01 pen, and I'm going to draw an orb in all these grids, okay, in the center. Right? And now something that Jody taught yesterday, it was amazing. I think this is one of the very nice way to draw Tangle Well and to understand how to do is. So we're gonna pull a line to all these corners, but not meeting the pencil grid. So I'm gonna leave a bit space. You can watch me here, right? I'm not touching the pencil grid here. I'm just keeping it somewhere open here. So it's okay if it doesn't come like straight right there. So with the same stroke, I'm going to alter one. I'm going to leave this space and I'm going to do here. Okay. So the first stroke goes here. Just going to do the same thing. Here and then here. So Maria came up with the term kissing edges, and that's really nice. And Jody yesterday taught that how kissing edges can be applied not just on Knightsbridge but also into this tangle. Okay, I'm so sorry, I took a wrong step. So fine, no problem. I'm just going to go about it the same way. Please wait here. Okay, so even if I have taken a wrong step, no problem. So every alternate, I'm going to create this same side of it. Okay, so that's how it goes. Let's see what we can do in the end. So the same stroke over here. Right, then I'm going to just cross and go with the same stroke over here, right, and then alternatively come here and do the same thing. So you understand this should have been in this these directions, but this one did not turn out like that. Zentangles has his own mind. Everything would go perfect and then suddenly bam, something happens. So no matter how many practices we do, just don't know why things turn out so different. Right? So I'm going to imagine the same grid coming here. Right? So now, wherever the points are meeting over here on the top, so we're going to start right over there. Not touch the line. We're not touching this one, either the pencil grid or the pen grid. But we're going to do the same thing. Okay. Each time we're just meeting at the same point. Just go slowly. Okay. So it's the same thing I'm going to do here. I'm going to touch this top point together. Okay. And then meet the curve, the down one. and then once again the down one, and here it goes. Just very slowly you can do. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Just the first stroke, and then the second, then the third, and the fourth. It's the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's okay, even if there is a mistake here, we'll just leave it like that. We'll just go along with it. Let's see what we can do in the end. Then here, once again, here again, and then here again. Meeting the strokes here. It doesn't matter how exactly it comes, just fall rightly. Okay, so the stroke starts here and then I'm going to meet here. So you can even consider this as an inverted 9. So here's my inverted 9. Right. Imagine strokes going here and there. Just these end points. So would imagine us going this way and here and then bringing it down to down. So the 4 strokes of this tangle keeps happening. Right? So we'll take a bit moment. Allow these things to just soak in. Relax your muscles. So now what Jody has shown is that the tangle, that is the inverted 9, okay, this side, and this is the 9 here, and this is the inverted 9 here, okay. So I'm going to just draw my smiles over here, okay, and then I'm going to close this with an edge and ink it, just like how we do the Tangle Rixty. I'm going to edge it, right? So the same thing. So if this is my 9 here and this is my inverted 9, so both are coming into the Y shape, okay? Comes like a Y shape over there. I'm going to draw my smile and then ink it, right? So let us do that for all these directions, one by one. Okay. You don't have to change your tile position. Just keep it straight. Wherever you see this lines meeting closely, the 9 and the inverted 9, that's exactly we're going to draw our smiles. So even if your lines are not coming as an equidistance, it won't be seen in the big arena. Okay. Then I'm going to draw my stroke here, and then my stroke here, and then here, right? So after this, I'll just turn my tile, okay? And then I'm going to see the 9s and the inverted 9. And I'm going to follow the same step, okay? Draw the C curve. So you can do this time both together as well. The down and the top part, if you're comfortable, or else just go about with one stroke at a time. Right. So here it is, and then I have here, then once again I have here, so it's here, okay. So now, yeah, so I'm just checking wherever I see these lines and creating that smile. So I'm doing 2 strokes together, just doing the up and the down. Just one step at a time. So I did the top one here. Okay. And these ones. So since we did a mistake over here, it's not turning out the same way. So it's okay. We'll just go about with the same mistake. Let us see what happens in the end. So just scan the rows if there is anything left out, except this one. Okay. So I'm gonna think there is a stroke coming this way, and I create my smile and just close it. This is a very, very slow process. Just relax and do it. Okay. So I'm just going to create the same smile. Since I did the mistake over here, we're not getting the inverted 9 and the 9 and the inverted 9 over here. I'm going to go about with my mistake the same way. It's okay. So I'm just going to mirror it and put it together. So even if the mistakes have happened, let it happen. Maybe this one can go here. That's it. So even the mistakes won't be seen. So thereafter, I'm going to just simply aura all these smiles. Okay, one after the other. And just aura all these smiles. So you can create a pointy aura or maybe a little blunt one. Tangle name is WhatTheWell. Just remove the same time. Just scanning through the whole space and creating those auras. Very interesting and very beautiful pattern. This is. Just thinking there is a smile going this way and this way. It's the same thing over here. It's a great pattern. It has all the taste of Tangle Well and Huggins, everything. Right? So now I'm going to aura this space as well. Okay. I'm going to create aura in all these spaces. 9 and then that inverted 9. So this is an option. If you want, you create aura, or you can just start with the next step. If you feel dizzy, if you're not comfortable, please don't do it. Just relax. Maybe you can just watch me. So in the corners, I'm just going to round about those orbs. Doesn't matter if we have a line or not. Just going to create. Such a beautiful tangle. Just take it slowly. Relax. Hold your pen gently. Breathe. is such a therapy. Not thinking much, just aura and aura and aura. Everything has a double line. Once you are in that automated mode, you just keep doing it again and again. Wow. So now we're going to create hearts. So wherever we have the shape that is going upwards, okay, so just at the spaces we're going to draw hearts. So you can draw small hearts or bigger one, right about in these spaces. Just now I posted on my Instagram story before the class. I created small hearts to this tangle pattern, and that was even fun to see. Now I'm drawing a bigger one. Right? So you can try and create hearts on 4 sides of this triangle, or maybe just 2 sides of this triangle. It's up to you. Just have some fun. Just imagine a heart is just pulling out from each of these spaces. It's a beautiful Zentangle pattern and just fun to create hearts. Goes along with this season. Sorry if I'm going out of. Here is great out here. That's it. Now let us start our shading. So I'm going to completely darken this part of the Tangle Zenwheel. Right? Just simple shading. Here it is. I'm leaving a bit of aura space and then just darkening it. So even if you see something in there, it's all nicely hidden. So even if your lines are crooked, not coming well, you just got all merged. We're gonna nicely allow that heart to show up well. Then I'm gonna put slight a bit of shading onto this S curves just below. Very little, tiny bit. Okay, I'm gonna do that on the other side of the S as well. Right. To add a little bit of shading over here, just to give a nice gray and white contrast. And I'm gonna add some space over here. Just a little bit of shading. And then we're gonna take a bit time and add some shading just where these hearts are meeting. Okay, just a little bit of shading here and there. Just a beautiful part of the Zentangle is adding that slight bit of shading. Right? And then I'll take my turtle on and then smoothen this out. Just and then the center of this heart shape. Right? And then I'm gonna smooth the outside just to create that nice border. Right? Then I'm going to shade that center S of the heart shape. Just doing that on both the sides. And whatever graphite is there on my turtle on, I'm just going to add it to the center orbs. If you feel like, you can add some graphite to these corners as well, or maybe you want to add some color. You just add a smile over here, and then I'm going to shade it to create that orb, and just clean those lines. Right? So now just slowly will bring out that graphite from the centers. Slowly pull it out. Just adding those touch of details. And then I'm going to take a bit time and nicely darken these orbs. Okay, leaving a little bit of white space just to show that there is a light coming out of it. So you can do all these tiny details in the end. So once you know how your Zentangle art, how your piece is turning out, right? So now if you wish to, you can just add tiny bit of drops of orbs here and there just to show more interest. Just some floating orbs. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for joining. Yes, you have. We have the recorded versions. So yeah, glad that Facebook is providing me. And I still have to upload my last 2 days on YouTube. Just trying to find some time. Right? And just like that, I'm gonna create some border shading with the pencil. It's one that has got dissolved. Just very light, I'm putting the graphite. And then I'm going to give that shape to my dotted line. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you for Thank you for letting me know that each day was unique for you. Yes, it's a unique experience for me as well. Yeah. I'm going to put my sign. You can find Jody's beautiful tangles on Instagram. She has many tangles on her name at tanglepatterns.com as well. So you can tag her if you are posting. And I have no idea who created Zenwheel, but you can look out for her on the tanglepatterns.com. HeartiZen series day 12. Wow. So thank you so much for joining with me, and I would love to see all your artworks in the group, and see you. Bye bye tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Sure, Meryl. Yes. We'll be doing this. I'll be putting out all the playlist things, all the tangles and sessions links in the file section. So once the 15 days are done, we'll create a file section in the group. So it will be available there. So don't have to screen around my Facebook page and find the playlist and where it is and all. So that is something I'm really thinking about doing it. So 3 more days to go, 3 more beautiful Tangleation class, and hope so you enjoy, and hope so I too enjoy. Take care. Bye bye. This was a long session. Bye bye. See ya.